Hello, welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be reading Chapter 2 of Interference of Worlds Collide. Like I mentioned in the other video, it's more of a Transformers crossover fanfiction, so that's pretty interesting because it literally says Worlds Collide. So, yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. And my last... Okay, so I'm using a better software now. It's not laggy, the microphone's not like... If you watch the past, like Chapter 1 of the Worlds Collide, you'll see it's kind of iffy. So this is better. So this is better recording thing, whatever it's called. So let's get started with chapter 2. And my voice kind of hurts, so we'll see how I'll try it. Depends how long. Anyways, let's just read chapter 2. Okay. The team had gathered around the computer as Optimus explained what they knew so far. The kids watched as the Autobots discussed their plan of action. "We must hurry to the relic's location before Megatron obtains it," Optimus said as he finished telling them about it. "Why not let Buckethead get there first?" the Wrecker grunted. The others looked at him. "Are you suggesting we allow Megatron to travel between dimensions?" Ratchet scoffed as he looked over his shoulder. "Well, yeah, 'cause then he's gone and we don't have to deal with him anymore," Bulkhead shrugged. "We win the war by banishing him elsewhere," he said simply. The other three agreed silently. "Though that would appear to be the better option, I fear Megatron would destroy the world he would end up in," Optimus said. "B-world Roo," B chirped quietly. "Okay. B's right. We can't let Megatron spread his sick mind to other worlds," Smokescreen commented as he punched his servos together. "Agreed. Autobots prepare to roll out," Optimus said. "I'll let you know if anything else comes up," Ratchet mumbled as he typed in the coordinate. I can't pronounce that. "We'll need you in the field, old friend," Optimus said simply. Everyone stopped and looked at the two bots. "But I have no need to be out there," the medic stuttered as he tried to think of an excuse. "We don't know much about this relic, but the knowledge you do have could provide a better advantage," Optimus stated. "Who's going to man the bridge?" the medic asked in the last attempt to remain at the base. "Smokescreen will for the time being," Optimus replied. "Aw man," the rookie groaned as he shuffled over to the controls. Ratchet grumbled as he walked over to the ground bridge. The bots transformed and rolled out. The two bots watched the Autobots disappear. Miko jumped up and ran as fast as she could to the ground bridge as the bots went through. Jack and Raph ran close behind as they tried to stop her. She was more than halfway through when Jack grabbed her hand and started dragging her back. "No," she yelled as she fought to get free. "I am not missing this." "Stop getting us into trouble," he shouted back. "Then don't follow me," she almost screamed. They heard what sounded like the bridge powering down. They looked back towards the base and saw it disappear. The children's eyes grew wide. "Raph, what happens if we get stuck inside the bridge?" Miko asked as she watched the tunnel close around them. "I have no idea, but I don't want to find out," he said as he ran in the direction the bots had gone. The others followed close behind. "Miko, if we get stuck in the shadow zone again," Jack started to say. "Just shut up and run," she yelled. The kids jumped out of the portal as it closed. Smokescreen closed the bridge and sighed heavily, annoyed that he had to stay, but figured it wouldn't hurt to hang out with the kids. He looked at the couch but found it empty. As he looked around, he started to panic. He stood right in front of the portal frame and stared at it for a moment. The realization of where they might be hit him. "Scrap," he said as he slouched in defeat. The rookie ran back to the computer to contact the Prime. The Autobots came out of the bridge and into a cannon. They pulled out their cannons and cautiously walked forward. They didn't go very far when they heard someone talking just ahead and around the corner. Optimus held up one server and they crouched down behind the rocks. A moment later, the cons beeped. "Optimus, we have a problem," Smokescreen said nervously. The others listened and looked at their leader. "Go ahead," the Prime whispered softly. "The kids are missing. I think they're with you," the rookie said nervously. "Seriously?" Ratchet hissed quietly as Optimus sighed in exasperation and pinched the bridge of an imaginary nose. "Smokescreen, send a ground bridge." "RC," the Prime said quietly but firmly. She nodded and quickly headed back to locate the kids. The others listened for any further movement ahead. A moment later, that came back and carefully walked to the front. "I spotted them just behind a boulder back there," she pointed behind her. "They didn't see me, so hopefully they'll stay here and wait for the bridge," she whispered. The medic huffed and folded his arms. "Yeah, right," he mumbled. Optimus gave a look, then turned his attention back to the people talking ahead. It sounded like they were arguing with each other. They cautiously moved forward. The leader thought about how to get the kids out there unharmed. He walked around the corner and ducked back, signaling for them to stop. He peered back and narrowed his optics. Megatron had his back to them, and he was yelling at some Vilcons to hurry up. Knockout and Starscream walked up to their leader. The Decepticons were working on pulling a cylinder out of a cliff they had just blasted. Something hit the back of his leg, and he looked unsurprised. Miko smiled up at him and waved. The other bots looked as though they had attempted to stop her, but managed to only stop the two boys. They heard a Viacon yell, and Optimus realized too late that he was slightly exposed. The cons started firing at them again, and he grabbed Miko as he ducked behind the rock again. The other bots gathered quickly as Optimus thought of a plan and carefully set the girl down. Bumblebee and Bulkhead draw their fire. RC and I will retrieve the relic, Optimus said. What about Docbot? Miko asked as she gestured to the said bot. They all stared at her blankly. Ratchet remain here and protect the children, the Prime said as he got ready to jump out of hiding. What? But the medic stuttered. I didn't leave the base just to babysit on the battlegrounds, he grumbled angrily. The Prime gave him a look before heading off to battle. Alright, so that is chapter 2 of Worlds Collide. So I think, like I said before, it's a crossover because it literally says Worlds Collide. So we'll see what happens next on chapter 3. So thank you all for joining into this video. If you're watching this, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.